Hi, you guys. Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about feminine hygiene because apparently being a woman comes with a marketing campaign convincing you that your body is a problem that needs solving. Come closer, let me tell you a little something. A vagina is supposed to smell like a vagina. I know. But apparently there's a whole industry convincing us otherwise. Wipes, powders, sprays, washes, all promising you to make you smell like a fresh linen, because apparently the natural function of your body is not good enough for capitalism, boo. Let's go through the full survival kit that they don't teach you at school. First we have pads. Because gravity needed a partner, so someone decided that cotton and sticky strip is the answer. They also come in like 11 thickness levels. We literally turned blood absorption into a tire system. Fold used pads before wrapping to avoid leaks or mess when disposing. Position yours slightly higher to avoid back leaking. If you're prone to leaking, pads with wings provide extra side coverage. Change every 4 to 6 hours regardless of the flow, like how heavy or light it is, to avoid bacteria buildup and odors. Next, tampons. Tampons for when you'd like to pretend like nothing is happening. Revolutionary, if you ask me. In theory. Slightly terrifying the first time you have to use one, but we figured it out anyways because we have no choice. When inserting a tampon for the first time, try to relax your muscles when inserting because tension makes it harder and more uncomfortable. Insert at a slight upward angle towards your lower back, not straight up. Match the absorbency to your flow. Don't just like intentionally size up just in case, because that would lead to irritation and dryness in your cuckoo. Never ever leave a tampon inside of you for 8 hours, no matter how light your flow is. Next, we have panty liners, the daily participation trophy that nobody asked for, but apparently need. According to the Gowan ad, is absolutely thrilled with the idea of discharge. When to use panty liners. Panty liners are really good before or after your period days when the flow is like unexpected. You can also use them with a tampon for heavier days for extra protection. They also work very well for daily discharge, not just period related stuff. But like change them at least once during the day, even if they look fine, just because there's like bacteria buildup in there. Next we have intimate wipes because toilet paper that has been working for centuries is not good enough no more. Now we need specific wipes with specific pH for a specific area. I carry intimate wipes with me like for when I have to use like public bathrooms. Always use fragrance free, pH balanced wipes because the scented ones cause irritation. They also do not replace the washing ritual. You just use them for freshness throughout the day if you're not home yet. Also, when using wipes, wipe front to back to avoid bacteria transfer. I would say keep your intimate wipes with you in your car or like in your bag. There's individual ones, there's ones that come in this. Always keep it with you, especially if you have your period on. Next, we have intimate wash. Let's clean a body part that was already self-cleaning. Sure, let me tell you about it. The vagina cleans itself, so like just use it externally, not internally. Less is more. Overwashing with the intimate wash might disrupt your pH balance and cause more irritation. Avoid anything with dyes, fragrances, and alcohol. The intimate wash is more of a occasional addition to your like daily vaginal routine. For most days, I feel like warm water is more than enough. Moisturizing lotion, because somewhere along the way we decided that our elbows deserve a glow up too. So, dryness is a crisis now. For better absorption, apply it after you shower while your skin is still a bit damp. Focus on drier areas like elbows and knees, especially in colder months. Unscented lotions are way better if you have sensitive skin. If you invest in a good lotion, a little bit goes a long way. You don't need a thick layer for it to work. Next, we have hand sanitizer for after you've touched 70 billion things in public. The hand sanitizer does not replace hand washing. You use it after you wash your hands, not before. Rub it in for a full 20 seconds for it to actually be effective. Keep your hand sanitizer in your bag so that you don't end up relying on public bathroom soaps.
Deodorants for down there. Yes, they exist right now. Nothing screams confidence like a billion-dollar industry deciding you smell bad by default. You can absolutely skip it for most days. Your body doesn't actually need it the way the ads suggest. If you're someone that actually want to use it, make sure you get one that's formulated for intimate, sensitive areas, not just any regular deodorant. Never ever apply it right after you shave because it causes irritation. Usually a clean cotton underwear and a good daily hygiene makes you smell good. You don't need the intimate spray actually. Hot water bag, the most underrated product in this list. The hot water bag is a hero. It has been solving cramp issues for centuries, even before modern medicine. You use it on your lower abdomen, not your back, for period cramps specifically. 15 to 20 minutes is mostly effective. More doesn't necessarily mean better. It's also suggested to wrap it in a thin towel if it's too hot to put on your skin. For better relief and results, use it with light movements and stretching. Next we have period panties. I do not own any. Period panties are basically a diaper with significantly better marketing and cute pattern. Still better than leaking on your favorite pants though. Totally worth it. Rinse in cold water immediately after use, before washing, because hot water sex stains. Don't use fabric softener, it reduces absorbency over time. Air dry instead of using the dryer to extend the lifespan. Great backup with a tampon for extra leak protection, especially overnight. There you have it, you guys. The full kit, I guess, the full price tag that comes with a body that menstruates. Half of it is actually useful, but the other half is just like marketing convincing us that our bodies are problems that need solving. And it worked. We somehow just accepted this as a monthly subscription. If this video helped you a little bit and made you feel validated or made you question what's in your bathroom cabinet and what are you spending your money on, leave a comment down below. Maybe tell me which products on this list that you cannot actually live without and which ones you just didn't guilt trip to purchase. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you survived your period with your sanity completely intact. Subscribe if you want to see more brutally honest videos from me. See you on the next one. I guess I'll probably be having my hot water bag on one hand and 0 regrets on the other. See you on the next one. Bye.